Productivity is never an accident. It is always the result of a commitment to excellence, intelligent planning, and focused effort. That's a quote by Paul J. Meyer, and you can read more quotes like that at brainyquote.com by searching for the term productivity. Hello everyone, this is episode number 128 of the All Around Growth Podcast. And the topic of today's show is indeed productivity. For those of you who are new, this show gives you some insight and tools to help you build the life and homestead of your dreams. My name is Rob Kaiser and I am your host. Today is Wednesday, April 7th, 2021. I've got some errands to run this morning before I head into the day job. And I've got to leave a little bit later than usual. The sun is rising as we speak, or at least as I speak. And it looks like it's going to be a beautiful day today. And I hope it's a beautiful day wherever you are as well. Like I said, today we're going to talk about productivity, and specifically we are going to talk about task and project management systems. Now, there are a lot out there, and I have experience with quite a few of them. The one that we are going to talk about specifically today is called Nozbe. And after all of the trial and error that I have experienced, I decided that I was going to use Nozbe. First and foremost, I wanted to use and become dependent on a task and project management system that was not going to limit me to any one kind of platform. All right. At that time, at the time I signed up for this, which was almost 10 years ago, and began using it, I was dabbling with the idea of being a Mac user or using a Mac computer or the Apple iOS, whatever we want to call it. And my girlfriend had Mac computers at that time. I was using an old one of hers in addition to using Windows. And the nice thing is Nozbe allows you to use Mac, Windows, Linux, Android, iPad, iPhone, whatever. It's just a great program. So what is it that makes it so awesome? It is, like I said, it's been around for a decade. So it's tried and true. And because of all the platforms that it allows you to operate on, you can stay very mobile while you're using it. And what's nice is that even if you use, there's multiple versions that you can use. There's one that's designed for small or medium-sized teams, even larger teams. And then for those who aren't working with any teams at all, there's a solo and duo version that allows you to either work by yourself or with one other person. I think that this is a great program to use in conjunction with other people but you've got to have their buy-in to use it. Because if you were to use this in conjunction with another person, or teams for that matter, you can basically stop using email, because this has functionality within the program that allows you to share projects, delegate tasks, use attachments just like any other email, but without all of the nonsense. You can attach comments. It's really a cool project that works well, and it will, if you use all of the features within it, it will take your productivity to a whole new level. What's also awesome about the program is that it allows you to continue using everything that you're already using, because it integrates so easily with everything. Do you use Evernote? Well, it integrates seamlessly with that, and that was a big part of why I wanted to use the program as well, because I had also been using, and I still do use, Evernote. I use both differently, but I can use them together if I want to. If you use the Google Suite or the Microsoft Office Suite for whatever, it integrates seamlessly with those software programs as well. Are you a Dropbox user, or do you use Box? Well, no problem. Seamless integration with that also. You can do a number of things, and like I said, if you use Google Calendar, you can sync your Noseby calendar so that all of your reminders and everything that you schedule within your task and project management system by default shows up on your Google Calendar as well. And that feature is absolutely fantastic. It also syncs with any reminders that you have in Evernote, and all of the integrations that Noseby has and uses with other programs, they just work well, and I can't recommend them enough. As far as the security is concerned with the data that you keep in Noseby, everything is safely stored and backed up, and because Noseby is based in the European Union, they take into consideration some different security protocols, and you can read more about that on their website, but I am confident in the safety and security of my data within the computers and the servers that they use. Now, for the Solo and the Duo version, it's less than $100 a year. Okay, and you can have unlimited projects in this. You can have up to 2 different admins per project, because you can have up to 2 different users. It gives you some productivity reports, and you can customize those in terms of how and when they are emailed to you. I get weekly productivity reports, and that gives me a pretty good metric on what's going, like just a general, how busy am I? And that was something that was talked about in a previous episode in terms of how busy am I and how busy is my life. versus how full is my life. So definitely food for thought in terms of what we're doing, how we're doing it, and how we're managing all the things that we're doing. This will give you some insight into all of that as well. There's great customer support, but I'll be honest with you, I really have not needed to use it all that often in the past few years. A while ago, I mean, I'm talking years, there were some times when, I say times, I mean maybe once or, at least once, but maybe twice, that I had to have some correspondence with them to work through something. But everything just works. But needless to say, they were quick to respond, easy to work with, and that just makes a good product even better. So if you're not sold on all of that for less than $100 a year, you can still try it for free. All right? Just follow the links in the show notes and you can try Noseby for free. Now, granted, there's some limited functionality. Like, for example, you can only use 5 active projects, both your own projects and those shared with you. So, for example, if you wanted to collaborate with me on a project, you could sign up for Noseby, connect with me, and then we could interact with one another through this platform, sharing projects with one another. And all you need to do to sign up or to use and check out the Noseby for no cost whatsoever is sign up for a Noseby trial, and then once it ends, switch to the free account. And there's some links as you scroll down towards the bottom of the page which explain this very clearly on how you can try Noseby and then switch to a free account. So really, there's no way that you can lose when you attempt to integrate this program into your life. They guarantee the product, and I've never really thought about a guarantee or what was necessary, or if that was necessary. But for those of you who are concerned that it might not be for you, rest assured that there is a guarantee. They are passionate about productivity. They are passionate about helping people and helping people get things done. As a matter of fact, they write that helping people get things done is their calling, and that making you and your team more productive in the first days of using the program is their promise. So that is part of their guarantee, and that's really all I've got to say about Noseby. It's a great product. If I say it anymore, I'm going to sound like a broken record. So links are in the show notes if you want to use it. Okay, I am also an affiliate partner with Noseby, and you can use my partner program ID, which is All Around Growth, all one word. And that will help me and yeah, if you like what you hear and you want to give it a try, follow the links in the show notes. Use that partner program ID All Around Growth, and we'll help everyone out. So hopefully this show was of value to you. And if it was, you can support the show by following a link at the bottom of the notes, which will give you the opportunity to rate and review the podcast. And right now that link takes you to Apple iTunes, which is where we are getting the most of the listens at this time. If you're not on Apple and you don't use iTunes, but you have an iPhone, still follow that link and go through the extra steps to give a rating and a review there on Apple iTunes. It's very helpful. It helps affect the algorithms the most at this time. But if you don't want to do that, just give it a rating on your podcast player of choice. And last but not least, share it with a friend. I am removing myself from social media so that I can focus on productivity, and I'm just not engaging as much as I used to if I haven't already disabled the accounts that I used. So share it with a friend, share it with your own social media, and you'll also see a link to all past episodes in the show notes as well. If you have any questions or feedback for me, you can check us out on Telegram at All Around Growth, or you can just shoot me an email, allaroundgrowth@gmail.com. It's a great way to connect with me as well. I'd love to hear from you, love to hear your feedback and include it in a future show. And I appreciate you listening. This is Rob Kaiser, and thank you.